taking a ride, aren't you? Rolling up a steak and going to Vegas.
The #1 poker internet show is now on the radio. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. For the next 60 minutes, we're going to talk poker news, entertainment, and have lots of Sin City surprises. The phone lines are open at 731-1230. That's 731-1230. Or toll free. 1-866-820-5528. That's 1-866-820-KLAV. Now, let's bring on the host. He's going all in. Here is Mark Hoke.
God, it just gets chills when I hear that. You know, it kind of gets you really pumped up, doesn't it?
Totally.
It's exciting. All right.
The music or the Rounders theory?
Packing up and going to Vegas. Are you making a run at it?
Let's go.
Yeah, we can run at it.
John is so awesome. He does the best promos ever. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. Oh. He's the man. He is the man. Well, hey, thank you for joining us here. We're on the Mark Hoke Show, live here on KLAV 1230, the talk of Las Vegas. This studio is, if you thought last week was bad, oh my Lord, I don't even know what to say about this one coming up. We've got one guy late. Joe Pane from the Nevada Poker League is not here yet.
Joe Pane?
Yeah, well, it's technically his Pane. There he is. He just made it. See, I was going to tell you, Sassy, move over, take his seat, penalize him for sitting down.
Joe, I didn't even know you were going to be here. What a great surprise.
Yeah, there you go.
Me too.
Everybody just calls him Joe Pane, but he's Joe's here now. He just walked in the door.
Well, normally the Las Vegas paving crew works at night.
Oh.
They got 215 shut down in one lane.
So
horrible.
So poor planning on your part, but that's okay. We're happy to have you here. Sassy Richey is here.
Hello.
Poker Gives. Always happy to have her join us. This is their first time in a real radio studio.
Yes, it's exciting. I'm really excited.
Oh, she's so perky. Always perky, I'll tell you what. And, of course, our featured guest today.
The Layne Flack.
He is Layne Flack.
No, it's the Layne Flack.
Yes, he is
The?
God himself.
Yes.
That's funny. My actual name is D Layne.
See that? I knew that.
Yeah.
I love it.
The.
So Layne Flack joining us here today. We have a lot going on, so this is going to be a great show, so please stick around. We're going to have an awesome time. That is for sure. I was playing some poker at the Nevada Poker League last night, by the way, at the Sedona.
You are, excuse me, my voice is just not there today this morning.
Yelling at those paved drivers.
It's a real classy joint, isn't it?
You know, that place is awesome. Where you guys had the table set up, it felt like a high roller room.
Where's this? At Sedona.
It's a beautiful
It's
restaurant.
Agassi's
Beautiful
place?
restaurant.
Sedona on Flamingo 215?
Right off, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
beautiful.
like that place.
Yeah.
Food is pretty good, and the atmosphere. You feel like you're in a supper club.
I did. It was. I felt very underdressed.
It's a great place for happy hour, too, out on the patio.
Oh.
Just putting a plug for them. Great
There
place
you-
for happy hour.
You know about that, huh?
I do.
Drink up, kids. That's cool. All right. So, hey, of course, we want to thank a lot of our great sponsors here of the Mark Hoke Show and more coming. I'm darned excited about it, but of course, brought to you by Blind Squirrel Apparel, Off Tilt Poker Tables, Team Poker Joker, Poker Plays You Can Use by Doug Hull, Final 9 Comic, Arctic Blue Cooling Towels, and 3Bet Clothing. And we will be joined very shortly by DoubleDigitCovers.com.
Yay.
You betcha. They're awesome. And I have to say that because I have people that'll hurt me if I don't. So got to take care of everything there. Hey, a couple news and notes here about the show. First, thanks for joining us here on the new time slot. Not that it's that new. This is only our third episode. But we are also going to be on Poker News. So make sure you guys go to pokernews.com. We'll be putting the shows up on there for you. So big thanks to Matt Parvis and the team over there. Certainly appreciate it. Also, the Twitter and Facebook contest is still going on. Give us a like on Twitter, Mark Hoke Show, or Mark Hoke Show. Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show. Like RogueWire, our, of course, on Facebook and on Twitter. That's our internet home. And you can win that Blind Squirrel Apparel prize pack. We got a casino jacket. It's nice stuff. T-shirt, hat.
You don't like the way I'm dressed?
No, you look in that jacket. You look in that jacket, Layne. I'm just saying.
You're looking at me like I need some new clothes.
Oh. Layne, you're you. It's all good. It's all good. And a couple other things, too, we want to make sure that we get to mention here before we get into the news. Of course, Project All In. We're going to be up at Quanta International at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for Project All In. Go to projectallin.com. Open time up there. If you want to come up, play some poker, see if we get lucky and get on the show, enjoy some drag racing up there, too. It's going to be a great time. So that's going to be October 26th. And, of course, event that Mr. Flack here is going to be a part of, that is the On Tilt Poker Throwdown. That's going to be taking place on November 30th. Layne is the official host of that one. So congratulations. If you want to come out and play with Layne and a lot of other great pros, it is going to be an awesome time at the Golden Nugget on November 30th. So you go to pokerthrowdown.net and check it out. It's going to be fun. I mean, it can't not be fun with Layne Flack there.
It will be a good time.
It's going to be awesome. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. But first, hey, some news going on. Oh, my goodness. And it is brought to you officially by Poker News. I promise we'll have a really cool promo coming up for that in a little bit. Hey, Greg Raymer, his charges have been officially dropped in his little prostitution issue that he had out there in North Carolina. You're giggling over there.
You go little prostitution.
It was a little prostitution problem.
Were they dwarfs? That's interesting.
Oh, my
Everyone has
God.
a niche, you know?
Yeah. So he completed 75 hours of community service at a local nonprofit. But this one kind of blew me away. He had to do a mental health assessment before the charges got dropped. Now, I don't know. I don't know if that's standard for anybody.
For poker players?
For anybody. I mean, you have to go through a.
Well, sure, they have to probably see if you're stable or if you're actually a threat to the community.
Okay. He's great.
I mean, not that I've been through it,
I
but
don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, prostitution is a threat.
Prostitution, stable. I mean, those kind of words kind of blend right together.
it's legal out here.
Not
in the city, but outside
not,
the city.
Not in Clark County.
yeah, you would never know that.
That's why Layne's got. That's why Layne's got all his mileage on his car.
Yeah. Yeah, you really think it's not legal in the city?
So those girls that are sitting at the bar playing one quarter at a time and going, "Hey, honey, how are you?" They're just being friendly.
You happen to have a room here? I went broke.
I usually know when a good-looking woman comes and actually talks to me that she's looking for money. That's pretty much standard for me. I'm used to that. So, but yeah. So Greg Raymer officially off the hook. Phil Ivey is having fun out here, and I'm going to ask you guys about this later in the show. But Phil Ivey's suit, in case you didn't hear about this, Crockford's Casino in Britain was holding 7.8 million pounds that Phil won playing Puto Banco, which is a form of baccarat. And now in the legal court submissions, he said he used a technique called edge sorting.
I actually golfed with Phil the other day, and we talked about it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How much
Yeah.
did you talk about it?
Well, I mean, he admitted to it, but I still think he's not in the wrong. I mean, if he lost, if somebody walks in and loses and says, "But I can see the edges of the cards aren't shaped correctly. Can I have my money back?" They're not going to give it back to you.
Yeah.
But that's my take on it.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing, I mean, just it seems like the casino just did a rotten job keeping an eye on everything here. So.
Your job as a casino is to bring in, you bring in your own equipment, your own supervisors, your own everything, and the customer's job is just to play using what you give them.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he did.
Yep. Yeah, they sure did. So.
He found an edge, but he still didn't have to win. And if he lost, he wouldn't have got his money back.
Yeah. So check that out on Poker News. A great story about the edge sorting that Phil used to pull this thing off. It's like I said, we'll talk about that a little bit
I actually
more.
hope that casino lost about 50% of its business by making, a media point that he's not going to pay.
I know, it's silly, isn't it? It's just, you know what? You
I wouldn't go in there. I would not go in there and play.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So we've got that going on. And, of course, the World Series of Poker Europe is rolling on as well. And we're going to be talking about that a little bit more, too. As of this moment, Dan O'Brien is down to the Final Four with Darko Stojanovic, Noah Schwartz, and Jason Mann, who made a deep run at the main event this year in the Mixed Max No Limit event. So those four are going to be playing for a bracelet here pretty shortly. We have the No Limit 9-handed event just getting underway. We also had a winner, if I can find him. Someone won a bracelet, but apparently I've decided to lose the notes on that. That's not good. I hate when I do that. It's very frustrating. The No Limit Hold'em re-entry event finished up, and to be very honest with you, I never heard of the guy, Henrik Johansson, taking a bracelet down. At whole final table, I had no clue who it was. But
I didn't look at it.
I haven't been following it, but
I don't blame you. But it's okay. It's okay. But Henrik Johansson winning a bracelet there. So WSOP Europe rolling along. So we'll keep your eyes on that. All right. And now on the line, we have Katie Dozier, the Grindettes. So we want to make sure we talk to Katie in our Grindettes segment. Katie, how are you?
Good. How are you? And hi to Sassy.
Hi, honey. How are you?
It's just a reunion in here all the time, isn't it? Oh
You
my!
guys are making me miss living in Vegas. That's for sure. I kind of feel like I'm transported to Vegas right now, so this is fun.
It wasn't the prostitution talk, was it?
I think a fair amount of that goes on in Mexico too. So I have a lot of options if I want.
Wow! I'm sure Colin's going to be happy to hear that. Anyway, well, Katie, I have a couple questions I wanted to fire at you real quick in your Grindettes segment. The first one is, of course, we have the World Series of Poker Europe going on, and I'm going to give Layne a shot at this a little later too. But the contract talk started again. Should these bracelets count? How do you feel about that right now?
I just feel like, spreading poker around the world as much as possible is a good thing. And that, the reality is when you look at how much smaller a lot of the fields are when you go outside of America, the fact is if you win a bracelet in a field of, 70 people or something, people are kind of going to understand that. And it's like, I think about it, too, in terms of, like, WSOP circuit rings. And some people are like, oh, there are too many rings. Well, it just spreads poker further and further, so I definitely don't have a problem with it. Then again, I don't have a bracelet, so maybe people who actually have a bracelet, feel like it's being diluted a bit, but that's kind of my take on it.
Yeah, and it's certainly been a point of discussion, especially with what happened in Asia Pacific with the low numbers out there. So, I can't wait to fire this at later on here in the show at Layne Flack, who's got 6 of them himself. And
I definitely have an opinion.
I'm sure you do. I can't wait for this one. So we'll talk to everybody about that in a little bit. Now, I know you got to look over at the Hall of Fame nominees. They should be announced any day. The ballots were due in on October 11th. So I don't, of course, these are poker players. So, it takes forever to do something. Who do you like out of this group?
Okay, well, I really like Jen Harmon. Of course, it's not too surprising as a grindette that I'm also going to root harder for another woman because I think there are only 2 women in the Poker Hall of Fame right now. Is that accurate?
Correct, Jess.
Yeah, and so that would be really fun to see. I also am a big fan of Humberto because I had a really fun time back in like 2007 when I went to Monaco because Colin was playing in the EPT final. And Humberto was sitting there at the breakfast buffet with his whole huge family and just invited us to sit down and, talk with him. And I love his positive spirit that he brings to things. So I'm definitely rooting for him too, and then of course Thor Hansen as well. All
right, so should be an interesting revelation here coming up soon. It's got to be any minute. I don't know if those guys are just too busy in Europe to make the announcement yet, but an amazing group here. And of course, Katie, with the Grindettes, do you want to tell everybody about the Grindettes real quick? We got about 30 seconds for you, I think.
Sure. You can check us out on Twitter or on Facebook, and we're a group of 4 women that all play for a living and love playing poker and trying to get more women involved in the game.
All right, so check them out, grindettes.com, Twitter at Grindettes, Facebook, the Grindettes. All right. So, Katie, hey, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. Good to talk to you, and we'll speak to the Grindettes again soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and I look forward to listening to the rest of the show. It's going to be a good one, guys. I can feel it.
Oh, I'm so scared over here. I really am. All right, Katie, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Yep, bye.
See ya. All right, and one more piece of business we take care before we get to the commercial break, and of course, we got to hear from Doug Hall. I mean, of course, the author of Poker Plays You Can Use. We have our Poker Plays strategy segment of the day.
It's time for the Poker Plays You Can Use strategy segment with author Doug Hall.
This is Doug Hall, author of Poker Plays You Can Use. Here's a quick fix for your game. Never defend your small blind unless you would open the same hand under the gun. Is this perfect advice? No. However, the discount you get from already paying the small blind is mostly an illusion. Save that half a blind and use it the next hand to raise your button. The money is better spent there when you have position. Try this. Set aside those chips you would use for completing the small blind. When you get 5 big blinds saved up, raise the button with junk the next time you see 2 or less nitty limpers in front of you. It will let you try something new with free money. Go to 3barrelbluff.com to check out more tips.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Missouri stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel apparel.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water, and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
When it comes to custom poker tables, why would you buy something someone else designed and even named for their sales or marketing purposes?
The Nighthawk, the Gambler, the Big Slick, the Nuts.
Sure, you can customize it if you want, as long as you choose between black, red, or even green cloth, but that's about it. When you choose to play off tilt, it's not just another table, it's your table. The same price gets you a fully custom designed table that reflects your style and game. Off tilt makes it easy to design a truly one-of-a-kind custom poker table that'll give you home table advantage. Sure, Off Tilt could name their tables for marketing purposes, but why? It's not ours. We don't play on it. And to be honest, there are over 1,000 named Off Tilt tables worldwide, including the WSOP, the Deep Stacks Poker Tour, the Jonathan Papelbon, as well as Julie's, Chris's, Scott's, Amber's, Tristan's, just to name a few. So let us add your name to the list and deliver a truly custom-crafted, furniture-quality poker table worthy of your game. Visit www.offtiltpokertables.com or call Brian Knott today at 262-490-3812. We'll show you why Off Tilt is the only way to play.
Want to be a millionaire? Then see if you can become fantasy sports royalty in the 2013 Fantasy Football Millionaire Grand Final at DraftKings.com. Play for free or in paid contests for real money, plus games last one day, so there's no long-term commitment. Thousands of winners have won over 10 million prizes on DraftKings.com, and now it's your turn to cash in. Go to DraftKings.com right now, enter the promo code HOKE, and get a 100% deposit bonus and a free entry into the Millionaire Grand Final Qualifier. So don't wait. Crown yourself the king of fantasy sports at DraftKings.com.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, and we are back here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for joining us here on KLAV. We certainly do appreciate it. Sassy Richey.
Hello.
You know, I know you're, I always say Pane because I know you're Italian. It's not Pane.
It's actually pronounced Pane.
Oh, Pane. I'm sorry. So I was wrong twice.
It's okay.
Wow.
But everybody says Joe Pane, so that can fly.
Pane. All right. I'll get it right next time.
Some of them don't even say Joe.
They just say Pane.
Yeah.
The House of Pane.
And, of course, Layne Flack is with us. And, Layne, let's have a little fun here now. I'm going to let you dive right into this about the bracelets question. We're going to start with that. You have 6 of these that you had to barrel through a lot of big fields to get. How do you feel about WSOP bracelets in Asia Pacific and Europe?
I disagree with them. I mean, first of all, everybody's, take on the World Series of Poker at the Horseshoe Binions was the prestige, the place to be. And when it moved to Harrah's, people even questioned that the prestige was taken away when it went into this big corporate company and added so many events. And now they've even diluted them more by adding way more bracelets and taken away from the prestige of that month in Vegas by going to Europe and to Asian countries. To me, it's similar to the NHL having a Stanley Cup in Europe, or the NBA. All these records that are now, for example, Texas Dolly having, what's he got, 10 bracelets?
Yeah, it's 10
or 11. And Phil Hellmuth having 13. 20 years from now, at the pace that it's going, they'll be giving away so many bracelets that what these guys fought for their whole life, people will be able to accomplish in a couple years.
Right.
And I don't think that's fair to protecting the prestige of the bracelet that you have now.
Yeah, I mean, and to me, when I see these, and I know they're new events, but when I'm seeing somebody win a World Series bracelet that they're beating 81 or 100 people, when guys like you have gone through and had to beat fields of thousands of players to win, I mean, it's got to drive you nuts a little bit.
I wouldn't say it drives me nuts, but let's say NBA, you have the all-time points record, but now 3 years from now, you were able to go play another season in Europe. All these records would get broke. Or baseball has 162 games, but they can go play over in Europe for another 40 games after that and break all the home run records. Yeah. To me, it doesn't make sense. And I don't disagree with the fact that you should get rewarded, but it doesn't have to be, a bracelet that goes on to this count. For example, in golf, we have the PGA, and over there we have, the European Golf Tour. They're different events. Let them start their own thing, whether it be rings or whatever, crowns. I don't care, but start their own and let them grow. Because even the people in Europe or Asia, when they win a bracelet, they don't get to walk around and say, "Listen, I have a bracelet, and I'm the only one in Europe does." Because hold on, they're still 12 behind. What it is, they don't get to start their own.
Right.
And I and you're right about the 12. What is there in Asia? 5, 6, 7 events.
Yeah, it's like 7 or 8 events. Yeah.
But eventually they're going to be everywhere, and I can see Harrah's and the WSOP what they're trying to do. They're actually trying to build up the poker thing, but they're trying to monopolize it and take it over. I mean, PokerStars basically has the EPT tour, which is big. These guys want to take the World Series of Poker and use that name and the bracelets to draw people all over the world to build it, but you're actually diluting the prestige, and that I don't agree with.
Yeah, and I do feel bad for guys that like yourself who won a ton of bracelets. I agree. It does dilute it, and I think that is your bracelet, one of the bracelets you won worth more than one of the other ones? I mean, on the record books, it's not, but I think when you take a hard look at it, you got to feel it is. So
I golfed with Hellmuth the other day too, and I actually brought it up to him, and of course his comment was, "But mine was the main event." And I said, "Phil, that doesn't. I'm not saying that you don't deserve." Credit for winning, but it doesn't have to be a bracelet. Just because it doesn't go on a bracelet count doesn't mean you didn't win the event.
Right.
People are still going to know you won the main event, World Series Poker Europe, but that's my opinion.
If I can add from someone who's not a professional poker player, and Sassy also I think falls in this category. We have so many choices of where to play, and all players, including myself and Sassy, we want to play a World Series event because it's the World Series. I mean, I can play the Venetian Deep Stacks, I can play the Grand Series down at the Nugget, but I save my money to play a World Series event because I want to be able to at least compete for the bracelet.
Right.
I know it's a far-fetched goal to get there, but the point is that's always the goal. Similar to the Stanley Cup, similar to the NBA championship, there is only one major tournament, as far as I'm concerned, that's worth the recognition, and that's the World Series of Poker.
To add to that, not everybody is just a professional poker player that can take the year off and travel to every World Series event around the world. Mm-hmm. So they take their time off. A lot of people ask for their vacation time for that two weeks at the World Series or whatever. They save up, they gear up, they do everything for 11 months to go to that World Series of Poker in Las Vegas.
That's a great point. People plan their lives around the World Series. They really do.
And now there's people that are just, and there's only X amount of professional poker players that travel everywhere. And basically, it appears to me that this is just set up so they can just build bracelets, and surpass everybody. Like, I don't want to travel 12 months out of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
To keep my status of how many bracelets up.
I mean, even the circuit events don't give a bracelet out; they give a ring out.
Yeah, they do a ring.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be. The bracelet should be reserved for the World Series and only the World Series of Poker.
I hear you. Well, to shift topics a little bit, of course, the Hall of Fame, like I said, it's going to be announced here in a little bit. You just got to take a look at the list. Who are your two?
I'm actually probably a big fan of Thor Hansen. I love Mike Manasseh. I love Carlos Mortensen. Tom McAvoy may deserve his shot. I mean, he's put in his time for sure. I just think you need to be a little bit older in age to enter the Hall of Fame, because you still have a lot of time to represent as an ambassador of poker, and you still have a lot of time to make mistakes. And if you make mistakes, you can't pull yourself back out of the Hall of Fame. So I think you need to earn it over the course of time, and I don't think some of the younger players have put in their time yet.
Well, just to counter that for fun, when Daniel Negreanu and Phil Ivey get their first nomination, would you vote for them the first year if you had a vote?
I would not. And it's not because they don't deserve it. It's because there's so many other people that have been around 30, 40, 50 years that are going to keep getting passed up if you don't acknowledge them when their time has come.
All right. And now the November 9's coming up, and of course winning 6 bracelets, you know how to win one of these things. With the time that these guys have, put yourself in that situation if you're at that, playing for the main event championship. What are the kind of preparation things that you would be doing to do this? And, what can these guys expect as they're trying to just win a bracelet? I mean, we all, everybody's goal is to win one. So tell everybody what the things that you do to prepare yourself when you get to a final table to try and win one.
Well, you come up with a strategy, first of all. I mean, at least at the final table, you kind of know how every player is playing. There might be one or two that you haven't come across or played against, so you feel them out. But the way the structure is, you got plenty of time to do that. But as far as the November 9, these guys got 3 months to prepare. I mean, I try to make sure that I got all the proper sleep. I know exactly, what people are, thinking of my table image, etc. But these guys, that all changes, because whatever table image they have or whatever they used, for the first 7-8 days of playing, I have now gone out the window because everybody's studying every move they've done, so they don't know what to expect. It's a whole new tournament.
Do you like the November 9 concept?
I mean, I like it for the publicity and, to market themselves. I think that's a great plan. I always thought every tournament should just go to the end right away. But, I mean, I always thought they should be winner take all.
Oh, there you go. That would be some money.
Yeah, you make your own deals. But then again, that would, create collusion.
But still, wow. Winner take all in the main event. Jesus Christ, that'd be unbelievable.
I had a tournament like that, actually.
Really?
It got down to me and Johnny Chan and TJ Cloutier. I was second in chips, and TJ says, "Do you want to make a deal?" to me and Johnny, and I says, "I do." I said, "I like to say winner take all." And they both turned me down. I actually won it.
Wow.
There you go.
Oh,
Awesome.
That's the confidence of Layne Flack, everybody.
Layne, can I interrupt you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of deals, do you like to make deals at the final
Good
table?
question.
I don't, and actually this is some good advice for people. I think in order to win a bracelet and to earn it, like when I won my bracelet with Min the Master, he wanted to make a deal, and I had so many chips. I says, "No, if you beat me, you deserve it." I says, "I want to earn my bracelet." So, but now the money's so much bigger. You can make a deal. I don't think you should chop out and then just play for it. I think you should do a little save, maybe if you want, because the money is a lot bigger than it used to be. But I used to play a lot of one table satellites, and the beauty of that is everybody makes deals in the one table satellites, and it's ridiculous if you think about it. How are you going to learn to close the deal? You need to learn how to play 9-handed, 7-handed, 5-handed, 3-handed, heads up. And you're not going to get that education by making deals.
Yep.
That's a great point.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah.
Let's listen to this guy. He's the man. He knows what he's talking about.
Hey, Mark, a little Nevada Poker League trivia. You know that Layne actually played in Nevada Poker League a couple years ago?
Wow.
Do you remember where?
The place burned down, didn't it?
Oh, wow.
Literally, as you were driving out.
Wow, Layne.
No, Layne actually did stop by and play a couple games. I believe Layne was actually. Does any of the NPL players that are listening and know what bar Layne Flack showed up to play an NPL event? Call in. We'll give you a special gift if you know the answer.
Oh wow! Okay.
How about
trivia?
that?
And I know we had a caller trying to get in. We'll try and get to a caller if we can. I
That's
promise.
funny.
But-
Joe will have to give you the answer because I don't even know the name of the place.
I'll give you a hint.
Oops, sorry about that.
I'll give you a hint.
That's okay.
It's on Flamingo.
Oh, I played it more than one then.
Oh, you did?
I think. Maybe not. Maybe there's a different one. One that Bonnie is it you're doing the same thing that Bonnie was doing?
Actually, Sissy owns the company that Bonnie used to own, yes.
Right. Oh, there was one on Durango.
Oh, so you must have. You played at more than one NPL location then.
Yeah, I went there with Gavin one night, and I don't know what he was doing, and it just happened to be there.
Gavin actually was here last week and called it the Nevada Porn League.
God bless
But then
him.
that's Gavin.
How do you not love Gavin, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Well, yeah. Let me ask you this about your career. Obviously, you have the back-to-back bracelets and WPT championship. I mean, you've done so much in your career. Do you feel like there's more you can do at this point? I mean, how satisfied are you with you? If you were on a scale 1 to 10, how satisfied are you with your poker career?
Yeah, I'm satisfied with it. I think I wish I would have managed some money better, and that's some advice that you can give a lot of the younger players too. We're not taught how to succeed at an early age. We're taught how to fail because we go through failure. But when you succeed and you're not taught how to have just a lot of money at one time and manage it correctly, and you think it becomes easy. And you can make some bad investments.
Why are you looking at me?
Probably because you know the biggest one, one of the biggest ones I did.
I invested with you, buddy. I like to get my money back.
But I'm satisfied. If I wasn't satisfied, I'd be out there working at it harder. But right now, the things that I take to heart are the World Series of Poker here. I really work hard at that. I pull in a few World Poker Tour events. But right now, I'm really focused on the business side of poker. I'm doing a lot of poker IQ testing and education sites. I'm working closely with All In Magazine and their multimedia stuff. So there's a lot of good things to come with that. And I'm really enjoying that. And when online gaming comes back, I'll be on the forefront of that. And that's when I hope, I get my heart back into the game. But right now, the actual burned out of traveling around the world, flying here for one event, and just really missing out on life, I kind of took a step back from.
Yeah, because I know you passed on going to Europe.
Yeah. I mean, to fly over to Europe for 10, 12 days to play 6, 7 events. I mean, I love Europe, but I actually had some other things that I needed to take care of. So I passed on it.
Hey, Mark, it's funny that in 2 weeks you've had high-profile poker players, Gavin and Layne, and both of them are at the point in their lives now where they're kind of burnt out of traveling all over the world to play poker.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, the schedule grind is unbelievable for you guys. I mean, and with so many options out there now, it's tough. I mean, we just saw the WPTs in a conflict with an event in Monte Carlo coming up, and you got to decide where you're going to go. I mean, it's hard to really
yet the people
pick where you want to go. I mean, and make the right decisions. So.
And yet the people looking in think it's, oh man, that's a glamorous life. You're in Aruba, or you're in the Bahamas, you're here, there. But both guests now, back to back, have said, I'm done with traveling. I'm just.
Well, I'm not saying I'm done with it.
But you're a little burnt out about it.
Oh yeah, I mean, for the first 6, 7 years that I lived in Vegas, I only spent about 2 months out of the year in Vegas. It was. I was on the road constantly. My daughter lives with me now. She's here going to college, and I get to reunite that bond, and I'm enjoying that.
Wow.
Pretty much, you'll have a new drinking buddy pretty soon too, huh?
I don't drink anymore.
Oh, did you really stop?
Yeah, I quit a long
good
time
for
ago.
you. Oh, great.
Good for you, man. Yeah, and so, I mean, obviously, times change, man.
Yeah.
You grow up, you get a little older, you get to watch the young kids see them going through what you're going through. You went through. And
It's so funny when I talk to her about. You can talk to me about anything. Trust me. If there's anything you think you're going to experience, I've done it, and more,
and sometimes 3 times in one weekend.
I protect you from a lot of things that I've seen and done.
Well, there you go, Layne Flack, mentor.
Yeah, right.
Out there.
Yeah, I do give a lot of good advice on to friends. I was with Mike Mattisau last weekend, by the way.
Oh God.
And I asked if he was going to Europe. He says, I have zero desire. Once you get Mike going, you just pinch yourself and say, I wish I just didn't say that.
Oh, my God. Sounds great. Well, hey, you know what? To honor our guests today, by the way, it's time for the Arctic Blue Game of the Day.
Uh-oh. It's time for the Arctic Blue Keep Your Cool Game of the Day.
Yep, and of course, the Game of the Day is brought to you by Arctic Blue Cooling Towels. It's not cool to be hot, so pick up your cooling towel today at Arctic Blue. That's BLU.com. 15% off when you check out with the code Mark Hoke Show, plus free shipping. You guys need those for the golf course. I got to get you some.
I, for one, will check it out.
You should. That's a hell of a deal on that, too. So
I mean, the 15% got me.
All right, good. Though the free shipping must have sealed the deal then. All right. Sassy and Joe are going to play a game that I created called Back to Back. Oh, yeah, Layne Flack
cute,
back there,
cute.
pretty cute. All right. It's a series of 6 questions for Layne's 6 bracelets.
Do I know these questions?
You better know the answer to these questions. I would hope so. They're about you. So here's how this works. Okay, we're gonna start with Sassy, and you have to get all 6 of them in a row. If you miss one, it goes to the other person. They start over and they try to get through all 6 questions. The first person to get all 6 questions correct in a row wins the game.
What time does the show end?
All right. Now this shouldn't be too bad. Okay, but you got to use your brains a little bit. I'm hoping that you'll get through this before the commercial break. Praying to God. All right. So I think I had some cool music lined up here too.
Sassy, just so you know, I fell flat on my face last week with the match game. So
Oh, wow.
no pressure.
Okay.
There's no pressure at all.
All right. So give me 1 second here. I do apologize. My music disappeared. That's all right. We'll just play it out. All right. Are you ready?
No. Go
Yes.
ahead.
All right. Okay. The first 3 questions are true, false. The last 3 are multiple choice. All right. So here's your first question.
Okay.
Layne Flack won his back-to-back WSOP bracelets in 2003. True or false?
True.
Incorrect. Joe. Layne Flack
That
won
would
his
be-
back-to-back WSOP bracelets in 2003.
False.
That is false. It was 2002.
They're both incorrect. I won back-to-back in 02 and back-to-back again in 03.
Oh, pardon me.
And actually, the ones I won back-to-back in 02 were back-to-back no limits. In 03, I won back-to-back days
Pretty sick.
before I went to sleep.
So is the answer true or false?
So I guess I was looking at the first 2 and I didn't keep going. So I'll tell you what, Sassy, I'll give you credit for
gonna
that.
say,
So we'll
hey,
come back
on
to
now.
Joe. All right, second question. So we're back to Sassy. Layne Flack has repelled off the stratosphere. True or false?
True.
To Joe. Okay, gotta go back first question. Back-to-back bracelets, 2003.
False.
Okay, we'll take either one.
Yeah.
Layne has repelled off the stratosphere.
I'm going to say yes to that. True.
All right.
Back to Sassy.
Back to Sassy.
Joe, let me catch you up on how the game works. Once Sassy
Joe.
misses a question, the questions will now go to you, and you get to answer them. The reason it got to you is because she answered Layne repelled off the stratosphere incorrectly.
I told you.
And the
Love
last
this game. Love this
and
game.
That's all right. Wow, Joe. That's okay.
Joe, that's just how much Sassy. That's just how much Joe likes you.
Yeah. Thanks, Joe.
There you go. All right. Back to you, Sassy.
I want last move.
Back-to-back bracelets.
That's what I was gonna say.
2003. Give me
Okay,
either.
I'm going to
answer.
stay with true.
Okay,
That's
we're
what I
good.
picked.
Layne Flack has repelled off the stratosphere.
False.
Layne Flack was an arm wrestling champion.
True.
Correct. Layne Flack's preference in lingerie for his lady is, this is multiple choice.
Oh.
A, sexy nightgown. B, garters and bustier all the way. C, don't waste my time. I'm back-to-back Layne Flack.
I'm going to go with B.
Joe, to you. Back-to-back bracelets in 2003. True or false?
True.
All right, good enough. Layne is repelled off the stratosphere.
False.
Layne was an arm wrestling champion.
True.
Layne Flack's preference in lingerie for his lady. Nightgown, garters, bustier, don't waste my time. I'm back-to-back.
Don't waste my time.
That's right.
Correct.
Oh, come on.
Layne's most recent bracelet win in 2008 was in what event? Pot Limit Omaha, No Limit Hold'em, Omaha High-Low.
Pot Limit Omaha.
Correct.
Joe.
I know that because I was at the party right after the.
Joe, that's what a big fan you are.
See, I am. See?
Last question, Joe. If you get this right, you win. Otherwise, it's going to Sassy. She'll have a chance to take it.
You have last move.
I lost my move. I lost,
No,
I
this
lost-
is your move.
No, but I
Yeah.
lost the button. If
Lost the button.
Yeah, you lose the button.
Go ahead.
If Layne was rooting for a university's football team from the state he was born in, he'd most likely be rooting for A, North Dakota State, B, South Dakota State, C, Montana State.
Hold on. Let me enter. Mark, seriously?
Yeah.
You said if I was rooting for a university and then you went to Montana, like it's not the University of Montana, it's not the University of South Dakota.
Because I went state. I went
Right,
state.
right. Okay.
Montana.
Sassy. Back-to-back bracelets, 2003. True, false.
True.
Repelled off the stratosphere.
False.
Arm wrestling champion.
True.
Preference in lingerie. Nightgown bustier. Don't waste my time.
Don't waste my time.
Recent bracelet win in 08. Pot Limit Omaha. No Limit Hold'em. Omaha High-Low.
Pot Limit Omaha.
University football team from the state he was born in: North Dakota State, South Dakota State, Montana State.
Okay, looking at his face, I'm going to go with B.
What's B?
Which was?
What is it? South Dakota?
Oh, my
South
God. If you
Carolina?
can't even name the 50 states, and she beat you, Joe.
Sassy? That answer is correct.
I could tell by the look on Layne's face. I did a tell on him.
You are a big winner, Sassy. Congratulations. So we'll make sure you get an Arctic Blue cooling towel. Way to go. And Layne, I definitely like the C answer on the lady. If you hadn't picked that, I was going to be stunned. All right, so there's your Arctic Blue Keep Your Cool game of the day, brought to you by Arctic Blue Cooling Towels. Nice job, guys.
You actually probably put that answer in there just knowing that's what I was going to say.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Now that's a read.
I had to read.
Not trying to figure out how to say what state. Is that a state? What's a state? There's a South. Oh, God.
I'm blonde. Cut me some slack.
All right, we'll be right back with everybody here on the other side of the break. Thanks for hanging around on the Mark Hoke Show. We'll see you on the other side.
Poker is more fun when you win. Most poker books are too theoretical. They tell you to be more aggressive but give few practical examples. Poker Plays You Can Use by Doug Hull, edited by Ed Miller, has 49 concepts with multiple, clear examples from real, live 1-2 through 5-10 games. Each hand is visually represented, explaining which players are vulnerable to these moves. Use discount code KLAV at 3barrelbluff.com to get 25% off your copy. Paper and ebook available.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages, or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
At Team Poker Joker, we build innovative, high-performance, poker-focused apparel designed to keep you cool and calm in tough situations. Wait, no we don't. We've just got a cool brand representing the suits of this beautiful game called poker. Our gear won't make you better, but it will keep a smile on your face. So don't be so serious and show you know how to have fun. Get your Poker Joker gear today at TeamPokerJoker.com. Grin and win today at TeamPokerJoker.com.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch on October 21st, 2013. 9 will become 1 way or another. Final9comic.com.
Last summer, I was at the World Series of Poker every day and couldn't walk 2 steps without seeing someone wearing 3Bet clothing. It's super comfortable and stylish, and all their stuff looks amazing. The incredible team of pros who wear 3Bet hats, hoodies, tees, and more are a who's who in poker. All-time greats like Jonathan Little, Doc Sands, Brian Rask, Jason Kuhn, Scott Clements, Greg Mueller, Ben Tollerine, Jeff Gross, and of course, Antonio Esfandiari, all proudly wearing the 3Bet brand. They wear 3Bet clothing because they know that being comfortable and feeling confident is crucial to winning on and off the tables. 3Bet.com has shipped thousands of orders worldwide, and it's time for you to join the 3Bet team just like the pros. Go to the number 3bet.com and receive an added bonus of 15% off with the promo code RADIO. Make that right call. Look and feel like a pro at 3bet.com.
Win your share of $50,000 in cash and prizes and get into the game for free with the Nevada Poker League. NPL has 17 locations in the Las Vegas area for you to play poker with your friends and neighbors. New season starts early October. Find a location near you at NevadaPokerLeague.com and get in the action tonight.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
Swear to God, I wish we could do these, like they do on PTI where we have the cameras on everybody when
During
we're
commercial
on break.
It's another show in itself.
It is another show in itself. Hey, thanks for being with us here on the Mark Hoke Show. We got Layne Flack, the Mighty Joe. We just can't pick whichever last
Mighty
name.
Joe is like a gorilla on the Empire State Building.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember that. Sassy Richey here too, and of course
the beautiful Sassy.
Oh, she's
thank
stunningly
you, Joe.
beautiful.
She is.
She's just a heartbreaker, I'll tell you.
Many hearts.
Uh-oh.
And I hear we have a caller. So no, he's gone. All right, the caller is gone. All right.
he just called.
Well, Layne, let me give you a chance real quick to talk about the Poker Throwdown again. Tell everybody a little bit about this event. It's a great charity event for some awesome causes. So everybody know what you're doing with that.
Well, actually, the Throwdown Poker event was, it went for 6 years. Jen Harmon was the face of it, and I think she did a great job with it, by the way. But, it's for animal rescue. I've always been an animal lover. And, I got the call from Lisa Wheeler to ask if I wanted to be the face. And over the course of, my career, I've probably done 10, 15, 20 charity events a year. And I thought it was a great opportunity to actually have my face on one and kind of, devote myself to that more than, just traveling all over and doing it for a bunch of random ones, which not saying that's not, good, but it's just time to have my own. And, all these animal rescues, I went and looked at the places, and I seen what they did with the ASPCA, is that it? Or SPCA, the animal shelter where Jennifer Harmon was, and I see how far that's come. And then when I went and looked at like the bully rescue and the other places, Lisa came up with a great idea of documenting the from start to finish what it looks like now and what the charity's money will do for the place, and that really struck my interest. And when I being a dog lover for sure, going and seeing what some of these dogs go through. I mean, these commercials, that I even see, they just make me sad. I mean, animals, deserve a little better chance than they get.
Yeah, so make sure you get in on this event. Once again, you go to pokerthrowdown.net. It's going to be Saturday, November 30th. Layne's going to be the host.
And let me add, I've been working closely with the Nugget, and actually, not everybody's easy to get a hold of. I called Phil Hellmuth. He called the CEO. Boom, they got a hold of me right away. They jumped right on board. They've been working, very great with me on all this, and so I think it's going to be a very good venue, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it should be an awesome time at the Golden Nugget. I mean, they got a red carpet and everything. It's going to be amazing. Once again, that'll be benefiting the Southern Nevada. Jeez. Let's try that again, kids. Southern Nevada Bully Breed Rescue and the Las Vegas Boxer Rescue. So come on out. We'd love to see you. We've got a silent auction at 5 p.m., red carpet at 6, tournament at 7, and an awards party at 10. And, I mean, just going to a party with Layne Flack is worth the price.
Pit bulls get a bad rap.
They
because
do.
they're this aggressive dog, and they're just not a family type dog. But when I went down and seen them all, I mean, they're just strong dogs, but they really are very lovable dogs.
Yep, no doubt. So check it out, pokerthrowdown.net. Now, I thought it'd be fun to talk to you guys a little bit about the fun side of Vegas. We do have a lot of people listening on the internet, maybe wanting to come into town for a tournament at the World Series. So I'm going to start with you, Sassy. What do you tell everybody an underrated place in Las Vegas if they want to go to and have a great time that you'd recommend?
I couldn't really say underrated, but I think that the Fremont Street experience is a must-see. Like, you just don't even know what goes on down there. Just craziness, people in costumes. You have to go to Fremont Street. A lot of people don't know to go
Sassy,
downtown.
tell me.
Yeah.
What goes on down there?
It's just a great time. So it's not underrated, but a lot of people do miss out on going to downtown. So going to Fremont Street would be what I would recommend.
Joe, what do you say?
Actually, I'm going to coincide with her. Recently, my brother was in town, and I thought I had taken him down to Fremont Street, and I didn't. But I took him down the night that Kid Rock was performing outside of the D. And my brother's like, how could you not bring me down here in the many trips? It's wild down there. But while you're down there, a place that you need to stop in is a bar called Don't Tell Mama.
Oh, yes.
Don't Tell Mama.
Don't Tell Mama. I'll just leave it at that. It's right at the base of Las Vegas Boulevard, Fremont Street. You need to go in there.
Wow. It kind of sounds scary.
No, it's not. No.
Sounds like a Layne Flack place.
Oh, Jesus.
No. This bar.
I'll show you some dark, scary Layne Flack places.
Wow, I don't know if
and
I
it's
want to
not
see
Don't
that.
Tell Your Mama.
Yikes. Now, Layne, I'm sure you have a couple places in mind, that are just great places to go. Maybe you want to get away a little bit.
Well, something that nobody's mentioned or probably knows about, a lot of people don't, is they built a big new water park here in Vegas.
On you didn't know about it?
I didn't. No.
Yeah, big. I don't know what I can't remember what it's called.
Wet n Wild?
A big new Wet n Wild. Yeah.
Wet n Wild.
And I haven't even been there yet. And but one of my favorite dates type things to go on when I do is I take them to all the roller coaster rides, like at New York, and they used to be at the Sahara and at the Stratosphere and stuff. But that always just it takes up the whole day. It's a great afternoon. It seems to be a lot of fun.
Now, when you take them on a roller coaster, is this before or after you tell them, get your clothes off, I'm laying back to back and let's get it on?
I'm a gentleman,
You're
Joe.
a gentleman.
I'm a gentleman.
It's roller coasters first and then the bedroom?
Joe, I don't have to ask.
Hey, there you go.
Whoa. Wow.
I don't know. I think to get them dizzy and then take advantage is it's a decent
clothes-
strategy. I mean, you do what you got to do. You
Their
know.
clothes just come off.
By the time I'm 3 hours in, I'm looking for an exit strategy already.
Oh, an exit strategy. Oh my God. Hey, I hear we have a caller, by the way, that has an answer to Joe's question. Let's get that caller on the air. Hey caller, you have the answer to Joe's question?
I think I do.
And who is this, by the way?
This is Rabbit.
It's Rabbit. All right.
A regular NPL player.
All right. What's the answer?
I believe the answer, at least to one of the places where Layne played with Gavin, was at Giuseppe's.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't think I ever played it. I think I've only been there once, maybe twice, and it wasn't for that.
That's very sad. I'm extremely hurt.
Wow.
What?
Well,
Rabbit, what's your real name?
Robert.
Robert. Oh, okay.
Robert Blackman, how you doing?
Good.
Mr. Hoke, what's going on?
Oh, hey, we're
Enjoying your show on hold all this time has been very entertaining.
well, thank you. It's a jam-packed show. We do what we can. So
It really is. And hey, if I can add one thing here, if you're looking for something to do in Vegas that not a lot of people do, I'm kind of a child of the 70s and 80s, so if you want to go downtown, right basically at the corner of Las Vegas and Fremont is a great video arcade and bar called Insert Coins.
Ooh.
Where they have old video standard.
I've been there. That is a good time.
And that is kind of like a rare treasure in this town to find something like that if you like the video games like I do.
wow, there you go. That sounds like a good time. Get a little Pac-Man fever going.
Ironically, Insert Coins is directly across the street from Don't Tell Mama.
Oh, I have been to Don't Tell You. I have been
Yeah.
there, but it was called something different, I think.
I don't know.
Oh, I know it's across the street from the Heart Attack Grill, and I like to get a free burger once in a while.
Don't you have to be 350 pounds to get a free burger?
Sadly, I do qualify.
You do?
Wow. Wow.
Barely, but I make it.
So
I put on a couple of ankle weights too. They don't know.
Wow. So that sounds like a very interesting day. So you can play a little Pac-Man, stuff yourself, and then
go watch
drink
some-
yourself like crazy.
There's a girl there's a bar. It's the staff sings at Don't Tell Mama, and one of the singers there is a girl named Dre, who somehow did not get discovered. This girl has an incredible voice. Anybody been at Don't Tell Mama will know about that.
Joe, discover her. Get her an agent. Get her going.
Let's go.
Let's go. Layne, you got some free time on your hands now.
I might go down there and check this. What's her name?
Dre.
I might check it out.
All right, sounds great. Well, hey, we're down to the end of the show, believe it or not. So I want to thank all of you guys for coming in today. Sassy Joe, and of course, Layne Flack joining us here. Hey, we are going to be back, of course, next week. And don't forget to follow us on the internet show. We had a great interview with Tom McAvoy on RogueWire.com. All the shows are replaying now on the website, so check it out. And, of course, we'll be back here on 11 a.m. Pacific time next week. I don't know who's going to be here, but trust me, it'll be good.
11:05 for me.
Yeah. Set your clock, big man. Come on. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Mark.